It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
G'day guys, and welcome back to the series where I always get hit. Today we're actually trying to see how many fights we can get hit in, and we actually beat the record, I think, for... No, I'm kidding. Today we're up against J-Win, who was another Plat 2 Alliance. We seem to be facing a lot of Platinum 2 Alliances this season. I'm not sure why, but, you know, I'll take them, because we definitely find them easier than Plat 1 or Master Alliances. So we're going with a Mega Red, Sabretooth, and Red Hulk for this war. And I think I was just, I don't know, I didn't feel like I was tired at this point, but I think I was just too tired when I took these fights in the morning, because I was just eating random heavies and just making mistakes I normally don't make. But yeah, so not the best start to this war on this first fight, which is pretty much just a diversity placement. Red Hulk is extra large, so he does benefit from Protect, but Omega's not going to be triggering Protect at all. We're just going to let all the spores do the work. And after that early mishap, he goes down just fine. And that was our only Section 1 path fight. So next up we actually have a Mixmaster, Nick Fury, who we've taken in the past this season. You would have seen, I think it was the second war of the season, we destroyed a rank 3 Nick Fury on this node. And this time it's only a 5-star. So I was pretty confident. We do chuck in 1 potion just to be safe. I realised after that we had some glory potions that I could have used instead, but you know, it's only 80 units. So it's going to be the same game plan as the last time we fought him. We're sticking to light medium combos, alternating with heavy attacks pretty much. We threw a special 1 there, which wasn't ideal, but he had we had our spores locked to him the whole time, which was nice. And you see we get up to almost 30 spores. We get to 27, 28 now, because each parry with the Red Hulk synergy places a spore on the opponent. Unfortunately, he evaded out of that heavy because I threw 2 heavies in a row, but we get a third one on there to lock 21 spores onto him. SP1 there wasn't ideal, and I realized at this point that he's very close to going unblockable. So I tried to parry a bit to get that down. We baited out evade there, which worked fine. We were prepared for that. We get him down to 10 tactical charges. Unfortunately, we make him go unblockable there. We got very unlucky, since he only has a 25% chance to gain tactical charges against mutants, and we triggered it 3 times in a row there. But anyway, we throw a special 3, and that health steal is going to get him down and give us a bit of health back, which is very nice. So it wasn't the perfect fight, but Omega Red did the job. So for our Section 1 score update, we've done 54 fights, only given up the 1 death, so we're in a pretty solid lead at this point. They had only done 19 of their fights, so yeah, they still had some catching up to do in terms of the number of fights they had. So going into Section 2, the first one fight we have is Dormammu on EMP mod, which on paper doesn't seem like a great matchup for Omega Red. But if you use a Mega Red, you know he's going to just melt through this guy, especially since it's only a 5-star against our rank 3 Max Sigma Mega. Unfortunately, we missed a heavy there. We mistimed that. We were just a bit too late. We were a bit too greedy trying to get the spores up, but we recovered in the end. Didn't take too much damage because Dormammu hits like a sock. And he goes down. And then the next fight, I think, is just a normal Shitness Thorns Colossus. We have 6 fights this war, and Omega Red is taking 5 of the fights. So, which was the main reason why I just brought Sabretooth, because we didn't really need anyone else on the team. I'm just going to speed through this one as normal. He did have max limber, which made it a bit more difficult to build the spores, but you know, he goes down easily in 40 seconds. And next we have a very interesting fight. It was Black Panther Civil War on the Strike Counter Power and Buffet node. So we throw a heavy at the start here with a Mega Red, since just to log that degen on, and yeah, we just got punished on a Discord server, so that was a bit distracting. But we can safely throw heavies with a Mega against this guy when he doesn't have an armor buff. Unfortunately, we probably should have thrown a heavy there, but we threw a light attack which triggered his armor, so we can't really throw any more heavies for this fight. But we can safely parry him because we have over 10 spores, so he's not going to reflect his stun onto us. Unfortunately, I was blocking the special ones. I was intending to block that one as well, but I just dexed out of habit, and we took about, I think he had 40 stacks of his reflective state on, so that reflected all back onto us, and we took a massive chunk of damage. And we were very close to dying, but we scraped through in the end. And after section 2, we'd done about 50 more fights and given up another 3 deaths. And they'd only done 42 fights for almost the same amount of deaths, so we still had a very solid lead heading into section 3, but that didn't mean we had to take this fight lightly, since it's a rank 3 Dragon Man on Hazard Shift. I did put on an invulnerability boost just because I wasn't really feeling it this war. I'd been hit a lot and I just wanted to play extra safe, and we did have a lot of spare invulnerability boosts in case this guy starts to play a bit passive and goes to the special 3. But I don't think we actually needed it this fight. So we'll pretty much just be trying to bait out as many special 1s and special 2s as we can, and we'll be blocking them to get rid of his power charge that he gets. We get back against the wall here, which I don't mind. It's not the worst, as long as he doesn't like actually land hits against us. It's okay. I'd rather that than him playing super defensive. So he's going down really quickly now. Unfortunately, he was starting to turtle up a bit here, and I started playing really silly because I tried to dex out the end of this special 2, which didn't really work very well, and that ate out indestructible. He throws a heavy against the wall, and we're just going to try and bait out another special 2 if we can, and not dex out of the last hit again. I did a bit of block damage, but wasn't too much. Throws a special 1, just places the debuff on us, which we can heal from with willpower. And I think we do get clipped in the end here, maybe a bit. Yeah, I think here. Because we tried to dex the special 1 against the wall, but that didn't really work very well. I was just doing that to test, to see if we could, because I knew there was no way we were going to die from it. Since Red Hulk's really tanky. But yeah, we got through the fight eventually. Didn't really need the invulnerability boost in the end. So those are our 6 fights, and we did end up winning this war pretty comfortably in the end. We only had 9 deaths, I think, total as an alliance, which was really solid. And shout out to my BG3, we actually finished this war deathless as a battle group, so I think it's the second time we've done that since I've joined. And surprisingly, I got MVP again, which I really don't know how I'm doing this with only taking 6 fights. We also got 3 kills, 1 from our Mordo and 2 from our Punisher 2099. Shout out to some guy who also makes war videos from my BG. He's a beast of a player with his Quake. He took 9 fights this war, absolute machine. And we finally got into tier 1. After 10 wars, we finally got into tier 1, which is really good. And we really want to stay in tier 1 for the remainder of the season. So I think as long as we win 1 more war, we can do that. Hopefully 2. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in War 11.